There are 7 levels of NBA point guards. This system has stayed true across generations, from the days of Magic and Isaiah to the modern era of Curry and Luka. At level 1, you've got guys who can run an offense without hurting you. At level 7, that's where basketball immortality lives. That's where the floor generals who changed the game forever reside. Now, I'm sure you all are asking, what separates these levels? It's not just about stats, though we'll get into plenty of those. It's about impact. It's about how much your team's championship odds improve the moment you step on the floor. It's about whether you're a system player or whether you are the system. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly where today's point guards rank in the grand hierarchy of the position. Some of these placements are going to be controversial. Don't yell at me in the comments if I put your favorite player lower than you think he deserves. This is about being honest, being accurate, and respecting the game's history. Let's get into it. Level 1 is where competent NBA starting point guards live. These are guys who won't lose you games, who can run an offense efficiently, who make the right play more often than not. They're not exciting. They're not carrying teams to championships, but they're absolutely good enough to start for a playoff team if you have elite talent around them. Jalen Brunson. And before Knicks fans lose their minds, hear me out. Jalen Brunson is averaging 24 points and 6.5 assists per game as the primary option in New York. He made the All-Star team. He's gotten better every single year he's been in the league. The Knicks are legitimate playoff contenders with him running the show. So why is he level 1? Because we need to be honest about what he is. Brunson is a perfect secondary creator who thrived next to Luka in Dallas, and is now thriving as the main guy on a team built perfectly for his skill set. He's an excellent mid-range scorer, a crafty finisher, and a smart playmaker. But here's the thing. He's not elite at anything. He's not an elite athlete. He's not an elite shooter from 3. He's not an elite defender. He's not a generational passer. He's very good at a lot of things, which makes him a very good player. But very good is level 1. Think about it this way. If you swapped Brunson with any of the players we're about to discuss at higher levels, would the Knicks be better? Yes, immediately. That's not disrespect, that's hierarchy. Brunson represents the floor of what an all-star point guard looks like in today's NBA. He's successful because he's smart, he works hard, and he's surrounded by elite defensive players and shooters. That's valuable. That's worthy of respect. But it's level 1. Level 2 is where raw talent and explosiveness enter the equation. These are point guards with abilities that make you say, wow. Guys who can take over games in the moment, who have skills that few others possess, but who haven't yet put it all together consistently enough to reach the next tier. Ja Morant, the most electric athlete at the point guard position since prime Derrick Rose. When Ja Morant is on the court and locked in, he's absolutely spectacular. He's averaging 21 points and 8 assists when healthy. He's one of the most explosive finishers at the rim we've ever seen from a guard. His body control in the air is superhuman. He makes passes that shouldn't be possible. The 2022 playoffs showed us peak Ja, dropping 47 points against the Warriors, carrying the Grizzlies deeper into the postseason than they'd been in years. That version of Ja looks like a future MVP, but here's why he's level 2. Consistency and decision-making. The off-court issues that led to his suspension. The injury concerns that have limited him to fewer than 70 games in multiple seasons. The moments where the hero ball takes over and the smart basketball disappears. Ja has all the talent in the world. He might be the most talented pure athlete on this entire list, but talent alone doesn't make you elite at this position. You need control. You need availability. You need to make your team better every single night, not just the nights when you're feeling it. When Ja puts it all together, and he absolutely can, he'll move up these levels fast. But right now, with the inconsistency and the availability issues, he's level 2 elite talent that hasn't yet translated to elite, consistent winning basketball. Level 3 is where we find all NBA caliber point guards. These are guys who make their teams significantly better, who are building all-star resumes, who are in that conversation of best point guards in the league, even if they're not quite at the very top. Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best pure passers in basketball. Halliburton is averaging 20 points and 11 assists per game. 11 assists. In today's NBA, where everyone wants to score, Halliburton is a throwback floor general who genuinely wants to get his teammates involved first. He's shooting nearly 40% from 3 on high volume. He runs one of the most efficient offenses in basketball. He made All-NBA third team. He's the engine that makes Indiana's high-octane offense work. When he's on the floor, the Pacers play at a historic pace and score at elite levels. So why level 3 instead of higher? Defense and late-game scoring. Halliburton isn't a stopper on defense. He's a liability against elite scoring guards. And when the game gets tight in the fourth quarter, when you need a bucket, he's not quite the guy you want with the ball in his hands, compared to the players at higher levels. He's absolutely sensational at running an offense. He's one of the smartest players in the league. He makes everyone around him better. But there's a difference between making guys better and being able to carry a team to a championship as the #1 option. Halliburton is still figuring out if he can be that guy. Trae Young. I know some of you expected him on this list, but hear me out on why he's level 3 if we're being completely honest. Young is averaging 26 points and 11 assists. He's one of the best scorers and passers in the entire league. He's carried the Hawks to the playoffs multiple times. He's made All-NBA teams. But the defense is historically bad. The efficiency drops in the playoffs. The Hawks haven't been able to build a consistent winner around him despite his gaudy numbers. That matters when we're ranking greatness. Young is exceptional offensively. But at level 3, we need more than just offensive brilliance. We need two-way impact or transcendent scoring that overcomes defensive limitations. Young has the former, but not quite enough of the latter to move up. Level 4 is where elite two-way point guards live. These are guys who can score at an All-NBA level and defend at a high level. They're complete players with no significant weaknesses. They're absolutely good enough to be the best player on a championship team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the most complete young point guard in basketball. SGA is averaging 31 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals per game. 31 points. He's an elite scorer from all 3 levels. He can get to the rim, pull up from mid-range, and knock down threes. He's an underrated playmaker, and here's what separates him. He's legitimately good on defense. He's long, he's smart, he disrupts passing lanes, he can guard multiple positions. He finished second in MVP voting. He's made All-NBA first team. He's carried the Thunder from lottery team to legitimate contender in just a few years. The question with SGA isn't ability, it's proven playoff success. He hasn't had deep playoff runs yet. We haven't seen him perform at this level in the conference finals or finals when he does. And with the team Oklahoma City has built around him, he will. We'll have to revisit his placement. But right now, based on what we've seen, he's an absolutely elite two-way point guard who's still building his resume of winning basketball. That's level 4. Level 5 is where superstar scoring point guards reside. These are guys who can get you 30 on any given night, who have carried teams deep into the playoffs, who have proven they can be the #1 option on championship-caliber teams. They might have weaknesses, but their strengths are so overwhelming that it doesn't matter. Damian Lillard, one of the most clutch players in NBA history. Dame has been averaging 25-plus points and 7-plus assists for basically his entire career. He's made 7 All-NBA teams. He's hit some of the most iconic shots in playoff history. The series winner against Houston from the logo, the 50-point games, the deep threes that have become his signature. Dame is a legitimate offensive system by himself. He can score from anywhere on the court. His range is unlimited. He's one of the best pick-and-roll operators ever. He's carried Portland teams with no business being in the playoffs deep into the postseason through pure force of will. The knock? Defense. And he's never quite gotten over the hump to the finals. But his offensive brilliance and his proven track record of playoff success puts him firmly at level 5. He's a superstar who just needs 1 ring to cement his legacy at an even higher level. Level 6 is where revolutionary talents live. These are point guards who aren't just great. They're changing how the position is played. They're doing things we've never seen before at their size and position. They're already building Hall of Fame resumes. Luka Doncic, the best all-around player at the point guard position in basketball right now. Luka is averaging 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists for his career. Those are LeBron James numbers. He's made All-NBA first team 5 times already. He carried the Mavericks to the finals in 2024. He's been an MVP candidate basically since his second year in the league. What makes Luka level 6 is that he's completely redefining what's possible for a point guard. At 6 feet 7 inches, 230 pounds, he's got the size of a forward, but the passing vision and ball handling of a traditional point guard, he controls games at a pace that no one else can match. He literally slows everything down, makes the defense uncomfortable, and picks them apart. His step-back three is one of the most unguardable shots in basketball. His playoff performances have been legendary, multiple 40-point triple-doubles, carrying teams past elite competition. He's already one of the greatest European players ever, and he's only 25 years old. The only thing keeping Luka from level 7 is rings and longevity. He needs to win championships. He needs to maintain this level for another 5 to 7 years, but make no mistake, he's absolutely on that trajectory. Right now, he's a revolutionary talent who's already cemented himself as one of the greatest point guards of this generation. Level 7. This is it. Basketball immortality. The point guards who didn't just dominate their era, they transcended the game itself. They changed basketball forever. Their names will be spoken with reverence 50 years from now. Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter who ever lived and the man who changed basketball forever. Where do you even start with Steph? 4 championships. 2 MVPs, including the only unanimous MVP in NBA history. 8 All-NBA selections. More than 3,500 three-pointers made. Nearly 1,000 more than anyone else in history. But stats don't capture what Curry represents. He fundamentally changed how basketball is played. Before Steph, nobody was pulling up from 30 feet, nobody was shooting that volume of threes. Big men didn't have to guard the perimeter like they do now. The entire sport evolved because of what Stephen Curry could do with a basketball. The 2015 to 2016 season, where he averaged 30 points and hit 402 threes, is the greatest shooting season in basketball history. The 73-win Warriors team that year was the most dominant regular season team ever. The championship runs with KD, and then the 2022 title where he finally got his finals MVP. These moments are basketball history. Curry is 6 feet 2 inches, 185 pounds. He's not the biggest, not the strongest, not the most athletic, but he's the most impactful offensive player of the last 15 years. Not named LeBron James. He's changed the game at every level. Kids shoot from the logo now because of Steph. Teams live and die by the three because of Steph. Pace and space offense exists in its current form because of Steph. This is timeless excellence. This is level 7. This is basketball immortality. When you can point to someone and say, the game is different because of him, that's the highest level. Magic Johnson did it. Steph Curry did it. That's the company we're talking about. So, there you have it. The 7 levels of NBA point guards. From Jalen Brunson, a solid, winning player at level 1, all the way up to Stephen Curry, who changed basketball forever at level 7. Some of you are probably screaming about where I placed certain guys. Ja should be higher. Luka is already level 7. How is Dame only level 5? I get it. These rankings are meant to spark debate. That's the beauty of basketball. We can disagree about these things while still respecting the game and the players. But here's what I'm confident about. This framework works. Whether you're evaluating current players or comparing eras, these 7 levels give you a structure to understand where guys fit in the hierarchy of greatness. The game evolves. Players get faster, stronger, more skilled. But greatness is greatness. The point guards at level 7, guys like Curry, Magic, Isaiah, they dominate in any era. The guys at level 1 would still be solid starters in any era. What do you guys think? Where would you rank these players? Who did I miss that deserves to be on this list? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more content breaking down the NBA through frameworks that actually make sense.